Hello there, how you doing? Jeff D, AIMC Business Solutions.com for our weekly marketing tip for you out there, you small business owners, entrepreneurs, and professionals. So this week I'd like to talk about another professional networking platform that was started here in Boston, Massachusetts back in 2014. As you know, Boston is the birthplace of Facebook. It started in a Harvard dormitory by Mark Zuckerberg, but this one's even better. It's called Alignable. Now, I don't know if a lot of people have heard of Alignable. Well, what is it? It's a platform for small businesses. It's a small business network to be able to uh, pretty much promote your services, events, products, as well as events that are happening with your company, as well as milestones. And you have the ability to network with other small business owners and potential customers in a less spammy environment. So the great thing about Alignable is it's free for most services. You're able to network just like you do on other platforms such as LinkedIn or Facebook, and you're also able to promote events. You'll also be able to even answer specific questions where if you were looking for a particular client, like what's your demographic, you can actually list that as part of your profile. So in a profile description, you can, obviously you can promote uh, your company and what you do, your history and the people in your company and what products and services. But then you can also list what types of companies you want to connect to. So I think it actually does a lot of work for you as a small business owner. Now, if you offer services like, let's say, social media, accounting, legal help, I think it's an ideal platform. If you really cater towards the small business owner, the mom and pops, that's what Alignable is really good for. And the great thing, so you're wondering what's the difference between Alignable and LinkedIn? I mean, they're both professional platforms. LinkedIn is more it's more personal brand. Remember, LinkedIn profiles started for people, professionals. Of course, as the years went on, company profiles, showcase pages, company pages have been out there, and they do really well. But you and me have to really admit what's going on with LinkedIn. There's a lot of spam. There's a lot of spam. If you ever connect to somebody that you don't really know, chances are you're going to get a sales pitch right after that. Now with Alignable, they shy away from that. It's a much less spammy platform, which I love. It's a lot more educational and informational. So I talked about the profile, but some of the other great things about Alignable is there's different groups that you can join, and you can share knowledge, help each other out. Of course, you want to limit the elevator pitches and all that. That's what your profile should be for. And then, of course, there are online events constantly on Alignable. I went to a great event yesterday about Pinterest, about how to market on Pinterest on Alignable. Alignable does have events on how to network better. They have the Alignable Connect. You can actually even do virtual meetings on Alignable. Has kind of Zoom built right into the Alignable platform. And I think it's just definitely, and people always think LinkedIn is more serious than Facebook, but Alignable is more serious than LinkedIn. And I think that's where, it's a diamond in the rough platform. It's almost like Pinterest, and more if you're promoting a brand, Pinterest, a lot of people just don't use Pinterest. They always think Instagram. But Pinterest is out there and it does better. It's more viral. Alignable is the same thing. It's actually one of those platforms where you're going to be heard. The algorithm is awesome. If you post a great comment, it's going to be seen. And I think you just need to spend the time each week on this platform. Now, they even have a little feature now where you can actually have weekly tasks. It actually gives you some homework where you're asked to connect to three people a week, three new connections. You're actually supposed to also connect people to other people, which I love that. You're helping Mary connect to Joe, or this company to connect to that company. It also kind of almost forces you to participate in group discussions, because what's the guy's going to do is if you do these on a weekly basis, you're going to be a lot more searchable. And LinkedIn, Alignable's algorithm is much more viral these days than even LinkedIn or Facebook was. I mean, LinkedIn, you have to go through a few hoops today, and that's why I think Alignable for the small business owner is better. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to post my Alignable link here, as well as some other notes about Alignable. And I would like to see you out there. You know, if you have an Alignable profile, post it in the comments here. And if you have any questions, more detailed questions about the platform, definitely let me know. All right. So this is Jeff D, AIMC Business Solutions.com. Hope you enjoyed our weekly marketing tip. Have a good day.